Hi, everyone. We're going to get started now. I'm Dave Flemming, and along with Duane Kuiper and Mike Krukow, all of us tonight here together are going to just begin the process of honoring, remembering, and celebrating the all-time greatest Giant, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. I can't tell you how comforting it is to be here tonight with all of you. It was a tough week to be away from our Giants family. You know, for the first time any of us saw Willie Mays play, saw that hat fly off as he streaked across the outfield, or that vicious swing he used to take, or saw his huge smile, heard his laugh. Whether you watched him when you were a kid yourself, or whether, like me and so many of us, you just heard about him after his career was long over. No matter what, you wanted to share the experience of Willie Mays with everyone around you. So I am very grateful tonight to be here with all of you, because every single one of us who cares about the Giants, who's a part of this Giants family, is a friend of Willie Mays and always will be. I do want to take a moment. We have some special members of what we call Team Mays in attendance here tonight. They're over on the Giants dugout side. I just want you to say hello to some special people who are here with us. First, please welcome Willie's son, Michael Mays. And he doesn't need my introduction, but the man who, alongside Michael, represented us so well last week down in Birmingham, Willie's godson, Barry Bonds. Willie's best friend, Dr. Phil Sadler. Say hi to Dr. Phil. His good friends, trusted advisors, trustees of the Say Hey Foundation, Jeff Bleich and Malcolm Heineke. His doctor is with us, Dr. Carla Pugh. And a special greeting, at least from me, for his longtime assistant, the amazing Renee Anderson. And I see Mario Alioto's over there, Larry Bear's over there, and the great Mike Murphy is there as well. Say hi to Murph. All right, just one more thing from me, and then I'm going to turn it over to Duane and Mike. I don't know how many of you all heard on Tuesday when it came time for us to pass along the news that Willie had died. But I think it was obvious to everybody who was listening, at least to me in that moment, that was a tough moment for me. It was. And I've spent some time thinking about it since then, about why the news hit me so hard. I mean, obviously we're going to miss Willie, but Willie lived a great, beautiful life. His last weeks and months, he was around the people that he loved the most in the world. I can even hear Willie kind of in his voice in my mind teasing me about, what are you doing getting emotional during a baseball game? Come on, man, just call the game. He loved teasing me. But yeah, I also didn't need, it's not like any of you all needed me to rattle off his career accolades. Everybody who's here tonight knows about all the MVPs and the Gold Gloves and the great catches and the incredible moments of Willie's career. If you're a Giants fan, those things are embedded in your DNA. Willie Mays was the Giants. But I do think I finally figured out why losing Willie has been so emotional for me and so many of us when I walked on that field at Rickwood on Thursday in Birmingham. And it was pretty special for me. Hours before the game, I was all alone. And I decided I'm going to walk out to center field and stand in the place where Willie Mays, when he was 16 years old, stood. Same spot when his amazing baseball life was just beginning. And I stood there and I took a deep breath, and I really just sort of marveled at a couple things. Number one, the impossibility of his team, the Giants, a day after Willie had passed away. There we were on his field in Birmingham. It just seemed amazing to me. And then to think that a little boy who was born just a few blocks from there, back in 1931 in the segregated South, think about the odds that were stacked against Willie Mays when he was born. And he would go on to make more fans of this game that we all love together than anybody who has ever lived. And it really made me feel so lucky that all of us here tonight, all of us Giants fans, here in San Francisco, around the world, the ones who got to watch him play, the ones who got to cheer for him, the ones who got to call him our friend. How lucky are we? And man, are we going to miss him. All right, enough from me. Let me welcome in, you know these two, I don't need to introduce them. They're my broadcast partners along with John Miller. They're my best friends in the world, Duane Kuiper and Mike Krukow.
When Willie passed away, my wife Jennifer and I were back in Reno, and we were not with the club, and it was an awful day. I mean, we anticipated this was going to happen, but yet when it finally did happen, we just had a hard time dealing with it. We called up the Giants and said, what are we going to do on Monday when we all reconvene? And they said, well, we're just going to have some of his really close personal friends share his memory on the field together.
Good crowd.
And it dawned on me that we're all his personal friends. He was so special in so many ways. He won the hearts on the East Coast, he won the hearts on the West Coast, and everybody in between. And the one thing that we have found out about Birmingham, Alabama, was that is where the Fountain of Youth is, because Willie drank from that Fountain of Youth. He was a kid when he broke in with the Birmingham Black Barons. He was a kid when he broke in with the New York Giants. He became the Say Hey kid, and he was a kid when he brought his energy and his life and his unbelievable talent to San Francisco. And we all shared it. We all loved him. He was our guy. He was the guy that taught us the basket catch. And who didn't try to catch the basket catch? And we couldn't do it. Not like Willie. He was so special in so many ways, but his ability to communicate to everybody. How many times did we see him surrounded by a group of people wanting his autograph? And he was very patient. He'd be given the autograph, and then he would stop, and he'd look down at a 4-year-old child. And that child didn't know who he was. He's an old guy. He's an old ball player. But by the time he would go down on a knee and make that child feel special, that child was on board. That child got Willie Mays because he was talking to another kid. And that's what Willie Mays was. He died a 93-year-old kid. I never in my 40 years of knowing him saw him mad. He never yelled or lost his temper, because every day I saw him, he was at the ballpark, and there was no place that he would rather be. He was our guy. We lost our champion, but he'll always be with us forever.
How true. Well, I got two things. The first is, look, I was born in the 50s in Wisconsin. So it was all about Team Hank Aaron. And when somebody, when I was a kid, tried to tell me that there was another guy somewhere in California by the name of Willie Mays that was better, those were fighting words. So the older you get, the more you try to compare the two of them. And talent-wise, they were pretty close. But personality-wise was the big difference. Hank Aaron tried to keep his cap on. Willie made sure his cap fell off. And once I got to the Giants family, I still was a big Hank Aaron fan, but I also became an awesome Willie Mays fan. I like to tell you that my favorite thing about Willie Mays was his home run trot. He had a little attitude in his home run trot. My two favorite home run trots, Willie Mays and Matt Williams. Those are my two favorite home run trots. And I'm going to leave you with one story. Early in my broadcasting career, Willie Mays was my partner in the broadcast booth doing a Giants Vision game. Willie wasn't there because he was a broadcaster. He was there because he was Willie Mays. And he did fine throughout the broadcasts. But we got to the ninth inning. It was Easter Sunday. Tying runners at third base. Giants are down by a run. Robbie Thompson with 2 strikes and 2 outs. A check swing. The umpire calls him out. Game is over. And Willie Mays says, "Jesus Christ." Oh. Easter Sunday, are you serious? So now there's this awkward pause, and I have to say something. So I said, we'll be back with the Reverend Willie Mays right after this. So we are going to miss everything about Willie Mays, everything he did on the field, and we'll miss the Reverend Willie Mays. David?
Yes, we will. All right, so we'll leave you with this. Tonight, as you sit here in this beautiful ballpark, we know how much so many of those people over there had to do with this place, but Willie Mays got this place built too. So when you sit here tonight and look around and cheer on your Giants, all wearing number 24, talk to your Giants friends sitting next to you and tell some Willie Mays stories. We're going to be doing that not just tonight and the rest of the year, but for the rest of Giants time. We're going to miss Willie Mays, that's for sure. Our celebration will continue throughout the night. We're going to announce soon when the big public celebration of life will be. So in the coming days, pay attention to that. And as we go upstairs and get ready in honor of the Reverend Willie Mays to broadcast the ball game, we're going to direct your attention to the video board.
A baseball legend, an American icon. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, was a true giant of his time. Born in Westfield, Alabama in 1931, Mays began displaying his athletic prowess at an early age. Before he even graduated high school, he was playing center field for the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues. In 1951, Mays emerged as a rising star for the then New York Giants. He won Rookie of the Year honors just 4 years after baseball's color barrier had been broken. For the next 23 seasons, his achievements would cement his title as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. In New York, he dazzled crowds at the Polo Grounds and led the team to a World Series championship. His charisma and joyfulness were infectious. He was often seen playing stickball with kids in the neighborhood. When the Giants moved west in 1958, he brought his exciting brand of baseball to a new audience in San Francisco. Making impossible catches, speeding around the bases, launching home runs. Willie's showmanship and style were undeniable.
Here's the pitch to Willie. Swung on, hit deep to left. That one is way back, way back, way back. Well, that's goodbye. Number 600 for Willie Mays and the bye-bye Baby Bonanza.
He was one of the greatest home run hitters of all time, with an incredible 660 career homers even though he missed nearly 2 full seasons serving in the Army during the Korean War. He played in 24 All-Star games, tied for the most in National League history. He won 12 Gold Gloves and 2 Most Valuable Player awards. But his accomplishments off the field were also impactful. He remained a presence in the Giants clubhouse after his playing days, mentoring hundreds of young players. Forever a kid at heart, he also committed himself to supporting underserved youth throughout the rest of his life. Willie's impact echoes throughout the baseball community, from the tree-lined promenade of Willie Mays Plaza to the halls of Cooperstown. And in 2015, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom to honor his remarkable contributions to our country and its national pastime. As baseball endures, so do Willie's values of consistency, dedication, and courage. With an indelible mark on our hearts, he leaves us with a lasting reminder to work hard and find joy in this great game and this extraordinary life. Say hey, Willie Mays, the best there ever was.
We now ask those who are able to please rise and join us in observing a moment of silence for the ultimate forever Giant, number 24, Willie Mays. Thank you. Please remain standing and remove your caps. Here to perform the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. And in honor of the life and legacy of Willie Mays, please welcome recording artist, activist, and Bay Area native, Jennifer Johns.
Lift every voice and sing until earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, arise, 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 the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, this rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on until victory's won. We love you, Willie.
friends, please remain standing as we honor America with the national anthem. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome soul and jazz recording artist, actor, and San Francisco native, Martin Luther McCoy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the sacred, home of the brave?